everybody, this is Pam, the Arctic Firefly, and I've had a little bit on my blog talking about how I've been redoing my craft room because my studio is not going to be finished this winter. So I just wanted to give you guys a tour again of my craft space and what I have changed. As you can see over here, I've moved a lot of my Stampin' Up papers and everything from this green shelf, and I've moved a lot of that paper into this little box down here, and a lot of other stuff is elsewhere, and I'll show you that in a minute. My embellishment center is still in the exact same spot because I honestly don't have a whole lot of wall space in here to move it anywhere else. But as you can see, I've added this 6-shelf little cube thing here, and with the three 2 black and 1 pink cubes. So I have a space for my Cuttlebug and my markers there. My Stampin' Up markers are down there also. My sticker machine and my Your Story are both down there, and my tripod. I've added this little pink, isn't this neat? I love this. It's pink tool, Cricut tool set. I like that. I still have my green one, but I like my pink one there. So in this top box, I have it labeled Cello bags and pillow boxes, but I have my label maker and my labels in there also, and some organza baggies, and my Cuttlebug folders, my ATG gun, my markers. This is actually an empty bin. I still have no idea what to put in there. And my tools and all of my Cricut info is all in this bin. It's all of my tools and, you know, my paper, my edge tearers and my punch tool and my green Cricut stuff, and all of my Cricut, all of the Cricut stuff is in here, you know. That's my toolbox. Sticker makers, my little X adhesive rolls, my Your Story. I got my Carl cutter. I haven't even used it yet. It's still in the plastic, but it's sitting here with some other stuff. I've cleared out a lot of the space down here. This used to be cram-packed full of stuff. I will show you where a lot of my stuff got moved to a little bit. There's my Stampin' Up paper. All of my other papers are, you know, in here, and that's been pushed over. That used to sit in the middle. Now I have a spot for my feet. I've moved my Jetmax cubes over on this side, and because I've moved some of my stuff around, you know, I have all my cutters here. I got my Martha Stewart scoreboard up here. That's a new addition to my craft stuff. I've moved all of my embossing and everything, so all of my embossing stuff now has its own, oh, not there, its own drawer down here. That's all of my embossing stuff, my Stampin' Up craft pads, and my heat guns in there. So all my embossing stuff, and I've just moved, you know, things around. Some tools are gone out of here, so I have more space for some of my miscellaneous punches. And I put, because my embellishment center is not on my Jetmax anymore, I was able to put one of my pegboards, which has my French scissors and my Craft and Rubber scissors. More room for my Cricut cartridges, so my Cricut Light and my Imagine cartridges are on top, my fonts and all my shapes, and they were able to move over a shelf. And because I moved my Cuttlebug, everything got to get scoot over. I moved my Scrappy Mama pink stamper stamps into their own box up there, along with my holiday stamps. Those are just miscellaneous, you know, dollar bin stamps up there, and folders. Moved my papers, all my papers around. I moved my oh geez, my Basil, my big Basil 12x12s are moved from there also. Okay, let's see. My desk is about the same. I really didn't do a whole lot different with my desk. I did move my patterns though. This drawer was full of patterns, and now it's just got my fish stick designs patterns in there. And everything else has been moved into this filing cabinet that was just taking up space before. And now it's got all of my patterns nicely organized, you know, in these big, huge folders, so I can just reach in there. I'm like, oh, what do I want to make today? Oh, look, here we go. And the drawer underneath that houses all of my soap making supplies, all of my butters, my beeswax, my oils. My essential oils are still being stored in my desk, but everything else is here in this bottom drawer. It smells divine. All of my Stampin' Up! Clearmount stamps are all in this bookcase. I moved all of my stuff to my bedroom, which I'll show you in a little bit. My soap molds there, and all of my sewing books and soap making books, and you know, everything that I will use in this room is down there. You know, those are fun with photos and stuff, so that's scrapbooking or card making. Fabric has been moved over to this. My elastic and some of my, you know, trim and ribbons up there, my snap press, some more buttons, my scrap. It's all my scrap fabric bin, some terries that will become wipes, row of fabrics there, you know, my boy fabrics, fabrics on bolts, most that's woven. All of my Oogas, I now have most of my Oogas on bolts as well. All of my solid interlock. This is still half of my pantry. There's some soaps that my best friend and I did. I can't wait until they're finished drying. Fabric that needs to be washed. That tote's got all my girly interlock for my daughter. 3 bins full of woven. Now that I moved some stuff out, I have room for that and some other, my Killington flannel. That box right there has 10 yards of white interlock I need to dye. So here is where I've moved some of my paper. There's my Basil 12 by 12 on the top, 12 by 12 cardstock, my Stampin' Up! 12 by 12 cardstock, my stickers, my scrap paper binder there, all of my empty scrapbooks. There are all of my die cuts with a few paper stacks. And I'm sure that'll probably, there's been a lot coming out that I haven't gotten. All of my matte stacks there. Here's all my Stampin' Up! Punches in here. Martha Stewart punches, EK Success punches. I label everything. I am such an organizing junkie. And this is where I used to have all of my other craft stuff up here. My clay, my wire. Now I have all of my extra, that's all of my Stampin' Up! 8.5 by 11 and 12 by 12 paper that is not going to be used for card classes. That is my paper. That's all my pattern paper right here, all my Stampin' Up! Pattern paper, my paper. Extra catalogs from this new year. I got some other stuff up there. Some extra cardstock that's not Stampin' Up! And CD cases, jukebox. If anybody is interested in a Cricut jukebox, it is for sale. $25 and it could be yours. And I will include the designer software. $50. $50. I will include the software. Alright. And I moved my rolly. I took the casters off of this. I would like my Stampin' Up! Stamps to go on that shelf there. But the basket, with the way the stamps are set up in there, it's just too big. It won't fit. So I need to find a different method of storing my Stampin' Up! Stamps. A lot of this stuff, as you can see, I have 2 empty drawers there because I moved stuff out of there and put it into the cube bin there. And I will show you where I've moved all of this stuff that used to be here. Like my big button. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, I know a lot of folks don't like showing some private rooms in their house, and this is actually my bedroom. So what I did was I went and bought, don't you just love my retro drapes? I've been here since the 70s. Yep. I bought myself these 2 shelving units specifically for this reason. All my FOE is up top in those green baskets, and that one pink lidded right there. My Dremel tool, some cotton filling, all my miscellaneous fabrics are up there on top. I got my denims, wool suiting, my battings, my Sherpa, my terries. That's all of my miscellaneous craft books. Let me come over closer. Sorry, I had poor lighting in here. All of my miscellaneous craft books are all in here. All my beading books and crochet and everything. In here, that's all photos that I wanted to move out of there. Some chalk cloth, my tools. There's other photos and stuff back there. All of my clay and wire making stuff. Those are all my wire making books, origami books, puzzles, all of my art stuff. I mean, there's just, it's cram-packed back there. I don't know if you can see back there. It's just stuffed. And here I have a bin with all my cross-stitch stuff. The bin with all of my yarn. As you see, it's kind of full. It's all popped off the top. My current crochet projects in that basket down there, and all my crochet tools and everything is in there. And then here I have my camera boxes. That blue box up there is full of other CD cases waiting to be stamp holders. My iron, all my PUL for diaper making, and all of my iron-on interfacing and Aplex pattern boxes, ruffles. I'm hoping to make my daughter a tutu. All of my snaps, all of my micro fleece for, you know, the non-absorbent stay dry feeling for diapers, and mama cloth. All of my bamboo. It's actually, this is all doubled up. You can't see, but there are, it's all doubled up. There's 2 stacks on each of these. All of my fleece. This week I am going to start trying to cut out diaper covers for my Hyena Cart store. And I'm hoping to get every size out of each pattern. So there'll be 3 or 4, you know, newborn, small, and medium. I might do large. And just solid. I got some more fabrics down there. That's my flannel. And this other tote here is also flannel. It's just solid and print. I don't use flannel that often unless it's for wipes or pajamas. And that's it. So this is where all of that excess overflow that I don't really use that often, you know, I just needed some extra space for all of my other stuff. And no, the space in the bedroom that wasn't being used, so, you know, we're only in here to sleep, right? Why not? Alright, there you go. Another video from me. Bye, thanks for watching.